Shalom, everybody. All right, just appreciate your patience while I get this going now.
Shalom.
Hello, hi, Ellen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm back in San Francisco. Hi, Marvin.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks. I'm back home. Shalom, Reba.
Is Granny Franny doing better?
Hey,
Hi, Reba. Granny Franny is actually getting her, whatever treatment plan is going to happen. She's at the doctor's right now, so I'll find out momentarily. Let me get. I have to go get my ukulele. Be right back. All right, I'm here. Hi, Sue. How are you?
doing good.
That's good. It's nice to see you. And Rav Sherry Joy Berman is joining us from.
Hey.
Hi, Rav Sherry.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how about you?
I'm obviously running a little bit late, but I'm actually really hoping that I have a special guest this evening. So the person who I give a little Devar Torah, and the person who inspired it might be able to show up. So that would be very, very fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah. And usually I would do things like this, like tuning my ukulele before, but here we are.
You're fine. I
Thank
thought I
you.
was going to be a little late too.
Okay, thank you.
Sherry, what city is that behind you in that picture?
That's Tokyo.
Tokyo. Okay.
That's above the Scramble, the famous crossing in Shibuya.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Hi, Dana. Welcome. It's nice to see you.
Hi,
Shalom. Almost Shabbat Shalom, but not quite.
Shalom.
So here we go. Let's start the Maariv, shall we? Here we go with go. Hey, everybody. Put this down here. All right. Welcome to Shalom Weekday Maariv service. My name is Rabbi Elias Swang. We are joined by Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman, all the way from Japan, who is going to be leading some Torah for us this evening. I want to welcome everybody on Zoom, everyone watching on YouTube, everyone watching on Facebook. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Barbara. And everyone who's watching afterwards, welcome. I hope you find some peace and joy as we begin the 24th day of the month of Cheshvan in the year 5783 together right now. So let's begin with some Hine Matov. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Let the good in me connect with the good in others until the whole world is transformed through the compelling power of love. Is the sound okay, or do you guys hear it like a wind thing? Is it okay? All right.
Sounds
Yes.
good to me.
All right, sounds good then. Well then, as long as the sound is good, I want to invite a barhuer. Who's up for barhuing tonight? Let me look at the screens here.
I will.
Yes, please. Ellen Friedman, would you please grace us with the call to prayer?
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Vaed.
Ellen Friedman welcomed us and invited us to join the prayer that we are about to start together at the very beginning of this day that begins every day with gratitude. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, whose word creates the mysterious time of dusk, filling the world with possibilities. In wisdom, you open heaven's gates, and with understanding, you change times and vary seasons, and arrange the stars in the heavens according to your will. Creator of day and night. Oh, Sephora's here. Creator of day and night and the trembling in between time, who separates day from night, who spreads out light before darkness and darkness before light, who arrays the whole earth with glory. Holy is your name. Blessed are you for the creations that happen every day. And together we can say in Hebrew, Baruch atah Adonai Maariv. Blessed are you who creates the evening, including the one that begins right now. Hi, Sephora. Welcome. It's nice to see you. We continue now with the Ahavat Olam. Here. There we go. That's a good place for that. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbenu u'vkumenu nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, u'vehem nagei yamav v'layla, ve'ahavatecha al tasir memenu le'olamim. Do I have a volunteer to read the English translation of the Ahavat Olam for us?
I could.
Okay, Sue Bowers, please.
Your love has embraced us always in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad, night and day. Your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love.
Well read. I really appreciated the peacefulness in your voice.
Thank
It helped
you.
me. That was the point for me. You know, there's a point in every service. Let me stop this for a second. I find in my experience at Jewish services that everyone finds their own spot at every service where they start to feel present, where they start to feel like, okay, I'm not just putting in the motions. I'm not just turning on the Zoom and doing what I do. I'm actually really here. And for me this evening, it was listening to Sue Bowers read the English translation because I was a little bit rushed getting here, as you all know, and your peacefulness and the love in your voice when you read that came through. And so I just want to acknowledge that for me, that was the beginning of the service. Thank you, Sue. Continue now with the program as follows. Please read responsibly with me in the English on the right here. In the stories of our past,
You are revealed.
in the laws that you gave at Mount Sinai,
You are revealed.
in the questions that we ask and in the answers that we might find,
You are revealed.
in the light that burns off fog and in the darkness that swallows grief,
You are revealed.
in my questing, in my doubts and in my fear, and in the joy of dreams come true,
You are revealed.
in all the blessings that surround us, those seen and unseen.
You are revealed.
You are revealed.
Blessed are you for opening our senses to all your revelations. You live in the flow of the heart. You live in the pain and the joy of life. You live when we choose life and blessing. You live in the still small voice of conscience. You live in our unending search for truth, and you live in our breath when we unite and we call on the unity of one. Together we read in Hebrew at the bottom of the page, Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people, the nation of Israel, and all human beings, as we know. Now it's time for the Shema. This is where I like to wake up the Japanese with our resident guest rabbi, Rabbi Sherry Joy Berman. Would you please let us know that it's time to listen?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha l'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה, אשר אנוכי כל מצוותי היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאליכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
I would like to ask a volunteer to read us the English translation of what Rav Sherry just beautifully rung through the sound waves of both sides of the Pacific, if you include my speakers. So,
I could do it.
yes, please, Marvin Gruber, please welcome us with the Via Hafta translation.
You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day, you shall take to heart. Teach them diligently to your children, and recite them at home and away night and day. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a reminder above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. Then you will remember and observe all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who is truth. Adonai Elohim Emet.
You can repeat after Mr. Gruber. Adonai Elohim. I'm sorry, Professor Gruber, not Mr. Do you go by Professor, Doctor, Mr.? What do you do, Marvin?
Whatever people want to call me, except late for supper.
Okay, I'll go with Marvin for now, but if I come up with a better, I'll let you know. Micha Mocha, do we have a volunteer who wants to Micha Mocha in a particularly joyous mood at the moment? I want to give someone, yes, Dana, I was thinking you might want to. Give us your best Micha Mocha.
Micha Mocha Nedar Bakodesh, Micha Mocha Nora Tehilot, Osefele Malchuteha Rauvaneha Boriam Lifnei Moshe Ulmiriam Micha Mocha Zeeli Anu Ve'amru Adonai Imloch Leolam Vaed Ve'ne'amar Kifada Adonai Yaakov Ugalo Miyad Kazach Mimenu Baruch Ata Adonai Gal Israel.
And we can all say Amen after that. Beautiful.
Amen.
Wow, thank you, Dana. Thank you for bringing that soul to the stage just now, to the bima. I really felt it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We now continue with the Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'hamidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Ufosh Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Ushmo Tzetenu Uvoenu Baruch Atah Adonai Haporei Sukat Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Amo Yisrael Ve'al Yerushalayim. Do we have another volunteer? How about for the translation of Hashkivenu? I love how it's gone with the volunteers tonight. Let me see. Oh, I didn't see this side of the page. Oh, Sharon's here. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you. And Aurelia, welcome back, Aurelia. Aurelia, for those who don't know, is Reba's granddaughter, sitting on her lap right now. Welcome back, Aurelia. Nice to see you. Well, now I really can't slack because Aurelia is going to judge me if I do. So I definitely got to keep it up tonight. Got to give a really good Devar Torah. She stares at me when I talk Talmud, especially. So for you, Aurelia, I will do my very, very best tonight. Okay. Oh, let me just read this for everybody. Let us lie down in peace, Adonai, and we will arise with strength and clear vision. Shelter us under your wings and guide us with your wisdom. And for the sake of your world, help us work for peace through justice. And then hatred and plague and war and famine and sorrow will disappear from this earth. Blessed are you, our comfort and shield, whose Sukkot Shalom, shelter of peace, spreads over us, over all Israel, over Jerusalem, and the earth made whole. Continue with the Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikra shemer Rabba, v'yalmad yivrach yirotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayrecho Beit Yisrael, ba'gala, ba'gala, uv'zman kariv, v'meru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'alam ulal me'al maya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Yitbar, Vitroman, Vitnase, Vitadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemer Kutsha, Brihu, Leila Minko Bechata, Veshirata, Tushbechata, Venechemata, Damiran Bialma, Vimeru, Amen. And we have reached the Amidah, the standing prayer where we acknowledge the footsteps we're in have been placed for us by all of our ancestors, and for whom we will be the ancestors. These are the footsteps of creation. We acknowledge that and we say thank you to all of those who came before us with the Amidah. Please, if it is your custom, arise in body or just in spirit. Let the strength of this community and the strength of our ancestors give us the strength to search back to our path to the Blessed One. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, V'zocher HaServot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh Kol Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, U'Morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Ve'Rofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayeh Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Al Gevurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neheman ata lechayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol u'hamitim. Sovereign of our ancestors, mighty one above us, holiness united, awesome creator of angels and holy beings, we seek your presence every day. Praised are you, Ribono Shel Olam, consciousness of the universe. Blessed are you, all-knowing Ein Sof, endless one and source of wisdom. With you there is never a point of no return. Praised are you, healer of hearts, minds, and souls, healer of relationships, of families and friends and loved ones. Give us the strength and the insight into our ailments and discords for a speedy recovery. Blessed are you, Yad Chazakah, strong hand, healer of the sick. Borei, creator of the infinite universe of dancing planets that provide the seasons that we depend on for our comfort and our source of food. Blessed are you, Borei, creator of the cycles. Nurture our role model with a passion for justice in all nations of the world. Blessed are you, Melech HaMachim, who loves righteousness and justice. Let there be no time and no space where evil can flourish. Blessed are you, Adir, one who defeats the enemies of love with compassion and humbles all. We give thanks to you for being our comfort and our compass and the compass of our ancestors forever. You are always our rock, and you have been the shield of our rescue for generations. Grant us peace, happiness, blessing, beauty, loving kindness, and compassion to all of us and all of Israel, your people, and the whole world. We have reached our Torah service, everybody. I would like to invite the Rav Sherry Joy Berman to the Bima and to barhu her way into the aliyah that you have prepared for this evening.
Baruchu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. והיה חיי שרה מת שנה ו20 שנה ו7 שנים שני חיי שרה ותעמוד שרה בקריית ארבע היא תיכון בארץ כנען ויבוא אברהם לספות שרה ולבכותך ויקם אברהם מעל פני מתו וידבר אל בני חטא לאמור גרי יושב אנוכי עמכם תנו לי אחזת קרב עמכם ואקרב רע מתים מלפניי.
Koach, Yasher Koach, that was beautiful. Let's do this first.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה.
Amen.
Amen.
In this synagogue, we can clap, and we can clap for Rav Sherry Joy Berman for reading what is one of the densest pieces of Genesis in general. The number of words that the numbers shana with all the different things. Well done, Sherry. Well done, Rav Sherry. Thank you. I will do a quick translation for us. The life of Sarah was 127 years. These were the years of Sarah's life. Sarah died in Kiryat Arba, the same as Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Avram came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. Avram rose up from before his dead and spoke to the children of Heth, saying, I am a stranger, or Heth is often called the Hittites in other translations. I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. Before we go on to the Misha Berach, I want to do a little bit of a silent prayer, because the nature of this parsha is one that requires groundedness, both to be received and also to be given in the way that it's meant to be. So I would like to take us on a quick silent meditation where we close our eyes if we want. We take a big deep inhale and a big exhale. We give ourselves a moment of peace to feel from the deepest part of ourselves, the part of ourselves that has existed before we had the ability to speak, when we first felt that love upon entering this world physically, and everything was warm, and our being ourselves was more than good enough. It was the miracle that it actually is. Let us take a moment to rediscover that moment in ourselves, that piece of ourselves that remembers being loved like that, and allow ourselves to feel that love right now. So I wanted to talk a little bit. This Devar I'm about to give is inspired by this man's writing, Robert Kremenzer, who wrote for Chabad.org, Chayei Sarah, The Seeds of Indestructibility, as well as I was inspired by the writings of Ibn Ezra, who wrote about this particular, the first line that Rav Sherry wrote, the word life, Chaim, is always encountered in the plural. We never find it in the singular. So before I keep going, I want to stop the share and say hello to everybody. Hi. This is a very emotional parsha, and I think the best way to start is asking, why is it called Chayei Sarah and not Chai Sarah? Why is it the plural and not the singular? This is the very first time we have a parsha that's called Chayei something, and Chayei Sarah is the Hasidic masters have said things like, well, it's about all the lives she inspired, or about how many years of her life was lived fully and with meaning and intention and full of godliness. There's a lot, and then some people say it's just honorific, but I don't know. I think that there might be a deeper meaning to why Chayei Sarah is the name of the parsha that exists after she died. And meanwhile, remember, Sarah is the woman who gave birth to Yitzhak, which means joy and laughter. She is the woman who was, in the way Abraham was generous, and he invited everyone into his tent, and he was just, and he was fair, and he treated everyone equally. Sarah was the mother to his father, to our people. Sarah was specific. Sarah advocated for her children. Sarah made sure that they had safety, that they had food to eat. And when it became clear that her child was in danger, she made her husband get rid of Hagar and Ishmael, his first child. She did things that were not popular. She did things that were extraordinarily difficult. And at the end of her life, she gave birth to joy, only to hear that her husband was going to go kill him on a mountain. We don't know. There are some people who suspect that she died of grief at hearing that news. But we can understand that Sarah died because she needed to give birth to Yitzhak before she could. And once she was there, I was in this situation this weekend where I had a very difficult time leaving Los Angeles, and I was having trouble finding an Uber, and I was in a very difficult spot. And the Uber who eventually picked me up ended up being this man named Danny. And we started to talk, and he ended up being a child of the Holocaust. He was part of the Kindertransport. And he was born in Britain to German Jewish parents, and he was raised in Israel to in an Orthodox family. And in the 1960s, he became a hardcore atheist, it seems. And he and I had a riveting conversation about Chayei Sarah and about the nature of God and about what makes Jewish people Jewish. And he wanted to pick apart every little thing I said. And every time he looked back at me, he had this glimmer of like excitement when he got to do it with me. And he got to, here he is driving me to the airport. And I don't know, I mean, I eventually told him I was a rabbi, but the point is the smiles and the love that he showed me, despite all the things that he had went through, and the laughingness that we shared, and we're good friends now. We've been talking on the phone for several days. I left that car feeling like, I feel like that I just saw Yitzhak. I feel like I just saw the joy that was birthed out of some of the darkest times where people made some of the toughest choices in order to secure the future of our people, a people that are based not on skin color or genetics, but based on a common love for the oneness that unites us all. And we find that love through this practice, through understanding that our spiritual ancestors left us this message in a bottle called the Torah. And there would be no Judaism. The only person who made Judaism happen is Sarah. She gave birth to the first Jewish child. And we all are her children, in the same way that the Kindertransport man who drove me to the airport found a way to smile through all that traffic. It allowed me to understand that when I feel sad at missing my own mother, or when I feel sad at some of the things that are going on today that seem unfair, that seem just beyond comprehensible evil that still happens to good people, I understand that every time that happens, we have a moment to become the Sarah for our future Yitzhak. And every part of the Jewish cycle of generations is, each of us is an example of that joy that someone else sacrificed their life for. And at the same time, we are giving of ourselves to our lives so that someday someone else might have even more joy and more freedom and more ability to walk in their purpose rather than be afraid for their being Jewish. So this was just one of the most beautiful experiences I had, and it was completely unexpected. And it really helped me understand Chaya Sarah is all of us. That's my little thing. I'm sad. I thought Danny was going to come today. I told him to come, but he's an atheist. I don't think that this is right. Really, a prayer service is not exactly where he's going to show up. But I love you, Danny. If you ever watch this, I want you to know you had a big impact on me, and I hope we meet again someday.
Maybe he'll watch the recording.
I hope so. He's going to argue with me about it, I'm sure. So we continue. Oh, before we do that, while we have the Torah open, let's go to Misha Beirach. For those who are ill, I will go around let me stop the share again. Let's go around the Zoom, and anyone you want to send healing energy to, please, you're free to unmute as I call on you and speak the names of those who would like all of us to send healing
I don't
energy
know if
to.
I've got mine up yet.
Or you can just write it in the chat. Or we can also come back to it if you want later. We can, I'll remember who to do it for.
I
So
got it.
Sephora says, David with cancer, all who suffer from PTSD. Rav Sherry, do you have anyone for the healing list?
Yes. Aliyah Bat Sarah Kramer, and Rabbi Allison's daughter, Jennifer Mary Cooper.
Marvin Gruber?
Dawn Alnett, Nelson Raspoldo.
Thank you. Sue Bowers?
Dorothy, Mark, Marlene, Jean, Mary, and Sue.
Sending healing energy there. Ellen Friedman?
Yes, Carol Pontius, Janice Tandler, and her friend Patty.
Thank you. Send healing energy there. Reba and Aurelia?
No names, thanks.
Is this your new house, Reba?
No, we haven't moved yet, but we officially move in January. But they're going to sign the lease on the 24th.
Gotcha.
So we may spend, like weekends and starting to move, but I haven't even seen the house yet.
Well,
But I've seen pictures, and I've seen pictures of the view. It's in the mountains, and it's really beautiful.
Mazel tov on this big move and
Thanks.
this wonderful thing for your family. May I suggest, as the associate rabbi of Sin Shalom, that you get excellent Wi-Fi at this house, because Aurelia needs to come to Maariv whenever she wants to, and it would be a good.
Of course.
Make sure that could.
And I have data if I need to use it.
Okay, just saying that Aurelia coming to Maariv is one of my top priorities. So I really hope there's Wi-Fi there. Dana in the European Medical Laser Association. Do you have anyone for the healing list?
Sinan, Mark.
Thank you, Dana. Sharon Jaffe.
Georgette, Stephen, Daniel, Larice, Christina, Eric, Ronnie, and Louise.
Sending healing energy there. Thank you. Now, oh, I apologize if you're on Facebook. I'm unable to see the chat at the moment. You wrote it in the chat, Dana. I see Mark, Dana, Coca, and Sinan. We'll send healing energy there. And to all those suffering physically and emotionally, which is what Ellen Rose would say if she's here. So we will now continue with the Misha Berach. Misha Berach, Avotenu, V'imotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, Ve'akov. You know, we can sing it. Why don't we? We love the Debbie Friedman version. Let's do it. Misha Berach,
Avotenu,
Mikol habracha ve'imotenu,
May the
the
source
source of strength,
bless
bless the ones before us.
us.
Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing.
Let us
Let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha Avotenu, bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
feel all that healing energy. Oh, excuse me, the siren. I live next to a hospital, so it's a little bit dicey.
It's all right.
So we're sending all of that healing energy to everyone in need, including whoever that siren is for. We're sending that healing energy to those people right now. Also, I just noticed a problem. Look at this. This is supposed to be imotenu, not avotenu. I never noticed that. So I got to fix that for next time. But now that we've done the silent prayer, we both say shalom in our actions tonight. We can continue with the Kaddish Shalom. Ikral v'ikra shemei rabba, v'yom tibrachute, v'yomlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayerecho beit Yisrael, b'agalag v'zman kariv v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach le'olam u'me'al maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kudsha, b'richu, le'elam v'yirata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran v'yama v'imeru. Amen. Dechon uvachayon dechayet kadem avon di b'shmai v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Oh, say shalom b'momav, say shalom aleinu v'kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Now continue with the Aleinu. Please rise. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol latet gedulat liotzer breshit shelo asanu kikoye haratzot velo samanu kemishpachot hadama shelo sam chelkenu kahem vegor aleinu kechol hamonam ve'anachnu korim u'mushtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'chaya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yehiye Adonai echad u'shemo echad. And we have reached our mourner's Kaddish, where we remember those who have visited us recently, who have passed on recently, whose yahrzeit we're remembering. Right now is when we turn to those who we have lost and remember them as being ever present in our lives. I will go around the Zoom as I did before for anyone to remember their loved ones by, and I will start with the Rav Sherry Joy Berman.
My brother Avraham Shmuel ben Etta v'Yitzchak Itzik Halevi.
Marvin Gruber.
Francis Johnson.
Friedman.
Oh, no names.
And thank you, Reba. And Ellen Friedman.
Yes, my parents, Mildred and Henry Friedman, my sister Helene Goldenberg, and my grandparents, Rose and Art Mandelas.
Remember them. Sue Bowers.
No names, thanks.
Let's see. Dana. Yes, I was just looking to see if you wrote.
Estela Gas, Manus Gas, Paul Vieru.
Thank you, Dana. And Sharon Jaffe.
My dad, Ephraim Ben Usher, David Reyna, and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them.
Sephora writes, Ernest Hines, Ernestine Hines, Mary Hines, and Kevin Hines. We remember all of the loved ones in our hearts today. I want to remember my mom and also the mother and father of Danny from Kinder Transport, who I met on Tuesday. Now continue with the service. Eternal oneness, source of the breath of all life, in whose hands are the souls of the living and the dead, turn today in kindness and compassion to our prayer, in memory of our loved ones. Remember the deeds of kindness and goodness that they performed while among the living. Grant them fitting rest beneath the wings of the divine presence and join their spirits in the chain of life. May the Almighty's great name be magnified and sanctified. May the one who makes peace in high places grant peace over us, over all Israel, and over the life itself. Amen. Please rise for the mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal,
V'yikadash, Shemei Rabbah, Yalma Divrach Yuteh, V'yamlich Malchuteh, V'chayachon B'yom Echad, V'chayed Kol Beit Yisrael, V'alav V'zman Kariv, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mivrach, Olam B'mei, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, Yitpa'ar, V'yitromah, Naseh, Yitadar, Yitaleh, Namei, Kedusha, Brihu, Le'elam Min Kol Birchata, Shirata, Tushbechata, V'nechemata, Ya'amiran Be'alma, V'im, Amen. Amen. Yehi Shlama
Rabba Min Shemaya,
V'chaim Tovim
Aleinu
Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom
Shalom
B'imru,
B'mama,
Say Shalom,
Shalom,
Aleinu Ve'al
Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael,
Kol
V'al
Yoshvei Tevel,
Tevel, V'imru.
Amen.
Amen.
All souls are with you, O Sovereign. Teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than mere moments of regret, but rather a catalyst for inspired living. May the names of those whose memories we cherish be for us a blessing, and may we be worthy so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good, as we remember those who are unto us a blessing. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Erev Tov, everyone. We have reached the end of our service. Thank you for joining me this evening. This was a really special service to me. It felt really good. I definitely did it. And I really appreciate you, Rob Sherry, for showing up on a Thursday, not our normal day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, does anyone have any news before we conclude?
Well, Saturday, Bob and I will be celebrating 38 years of marriage.
Mazel tov! Wonderful. Oh, wow, that's exciting.
Telling him that's what he gets for sleeping with the boss.
Oh my, well, there you go. Apparently worked out.
Yeah. Nah, he's hanging in there.
38 years,
We're
that's
doing good.
Congratulations, Sue. That's
Yep.
great.
I guess we're considered antiques by some people.
Well, I mean, 38. If it lasted 38 years, it must be alive. I wouldn't consider that an antique. That's a living, breathing, beautiful redwood that will be alive forever.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
You're just babies. We celebrated 40 years, my wife and I, in February. So
Uh-huh. Hey, that's marvelous.
we've only been legally married for almost 3 years, but
Yeah,
That's a technicality.
that's a technicality. Yeah.
absolutely. Well, that's good.
Wonderful.
How about you, Rabbi?
Well, I got
Oh.
to host a feminist burlesque festival last weekend in LA, which was
Wow.
a huge success. And I got to give a little Devar Torah about Miriam leading the women in song and dance and not waiting to ask
Ah.
for permission and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was a big moment and I got a lot of people who came up to me because I was wearing a hat that said Shema Yisrael, the one you've seen a lot. Well, that is a great way to find Jews, by the way. You wear a hat with Hebrew on it, people will come up to you and say, "What's on your hat?" That's a immediately
Mhm.
there's a giveaway. And so all the Jews who were there came up to me and started talking. Whoa, what is a rabbi doing here? Why would you be in such a place? So I always try to be very slow and cautious when I reveal to people exactly what I think. That I am definitely a pro-liberation rabbi. I believe Jewish liberation is expansive, and to the extent that we can take down Christian hegemony in the form of gender barriers and
Absolutely.
that's what I do. And it
Uh-huh.
might make certain people upset, but this is what I do. So
Well, hey,
and it's to each their own too. It's not like this is for everybody. This is what I try to support my very best friend who is a philosopher, liberation dancer. And this is her event. And so I go down to offer my support.
Nice.
No, I think it's great.
Thank you. So we will meet again, I hope, tomorrow evening at the Shabbat service. We will have a little Rosh Chodesh thing because it's not the end of the month yet, but next Thursday is. So we get Sim Shalom, we get everything done on the Friday before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we'll be doing some Rosh Chodeshing before any other Jews probably anywhere on the planet. So it's good to be at the first. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Rob Sherry.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
Good night,
The reaction.
Rabbi Elias.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you guys. Good night.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you guys.